What we have seen here in the last 18 or less than 20 hours is that a very well coordinated operation led by the government of Kenya, and the government of Kenya took charge and responsibility because of lessons learned from previous terrorist attack that has occurred in our great country. What I want to say, there was a full coordination, and this coordination resulted in this operation being completed a short while ago. This operation was run and managed by the Kenya police force through Reke and other parts of the police. A lot of Kenyans were asking questions, why are we not getting information, what's not going on, what's not happening? If one understands where we've come from in this building, and understand the structure of this building, and understand the number of Kenyan civilians who are inside working and even foreigners, one would understand that it needed meticulous work and serious work to be done. And for that, the police force and Kenya security forces were very meticulous in what they were doing the whole of yesterday from 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock up to a short while ago when they have completed this exercise. To have gotten out over 700 people out of that place, one would have to go in to understand and imagine what it took to get there.
Yes.
So if there wasn't sufficient information, it's because operation was still ongoing and one did not want to speculate and give information that would be false. So I just want to say from the humanitarian perspective, the humanitarian actors were working in coordination and in close collaboration with the government. The government has the responsibility for security and safety in this country. We as actors work with them hand in hand. For example, Red Cross is auxiliary by law to the government of Kenya. So what we do is work hand in hand with the government at all levels. So I just want to say that for those who were injured yesterday, the numbers are, I think, about 18 or 15, I think are the exact numbers, and I don't want to get into the game of numbers. They were all evacuated and taken to hospitals, to Aga Khan, to MP Shah, to Kenyatta, and they've been well treated out there by the hospitals who have now learned how to prepare for emergencies. Secondly, in terms of losses of life, that is something that the government would talk about. I don't want to talk about those figures because it's their responsibility, but secondly, unfortunately, in such instances, lives are lost, and we will have to reconcile these numbers before even numbers can be given. So please don't dwell on numbers in this case. I just want to say how proud I am as a Kenyan to have seen how our men and women who are guarding us, who give their lives for our sake, what they have done here in the last 18 or so hours. So I just want to say this operation, the government will be the one to close it, but from a humanitarian perspective, there's nothing more for us to do out there. We will be on standby, and we will be seeing how we do counseling and working with the government for those who lost their lives, Kenyans, how we work with them, even for the non-Kenyans. I think the government is working already with the embassies through our Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So I just want to say thank you to all Kenyans of goodwill who have heard what the President said this morning. To have done this in these hours, I think this country should stand proud, and we just need to be, as Kenyans, be thankful to God for what has happened. Unacceptable, should never have happened, but this is the life we live in this world. We are not immune from such heinous acts, but I just want to say from the Red Cross perspective and humanitarian actors, we were glad that the government took control, took charge and coordinated at national level, even on the here and on command level, and that is why this thing has been very successful this time around. I just want to urge media, particularly my brothers and sisters from this country, we just need to be objective many times in how we do these things and how this thing can be coordinated. I hope in the future, even you as media will coordinate yourselves in how we report and how we deal with these issues of this nature. Because people who lost lives, first of all, their families and loved ones need to be informed. And I'm very happy too that there's been less and less of pictures being circulated because we need to respect families and those who might have even lost their lives. So I just want to say, from here, I hand over to the CS to talk to us. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. Let me first of all start by thanking you, our colleagues from the Port of State, for the support that you have given to this operation and what you have done in the last 18 hours during this operation.
Louder, please.
I want, on behalf of the government of Kenya, I am here with my colleagues from the National Security Council I have come here to thank our men and women in uniform. Our security teams have done a fantastic job and they have done us proud as a country. It's a very unfortunate situation that we find ourselves in today, but we are so proud. Let me tell you, even in these unfortunate circumstances, I have never been so proud of our security teams. The operation was executed very well, swiftly, and very precisely. I am also here on behalf of my colleagues from the National Security Council, and you heard His Excellency the President this morning. This operation has now come to an end in phase 1. We are moving now to phase 2, which is handling the criminal aspects of this situation. The Director of Criminal Investigations, Mr. Kinoti, takes over from here, and the teams, various teams that he needs to work with from this point. We will therefore have to understand, our colleagues from the media, that this still remains an active crime scene. We are going to cut it off and we are going to limit access to this place so that we are able to gather the information we need to gather to move forward in the next steps in what we have to do. We are so grateful. This operation has come to an end and we have achieved the objective of ensuring that we secure our people. I want to thank our security team for what they have done. I want to thank you from the media for indulging us, and especially those of you from Kenya for what you have been able to do at this point in time. Thirdly, I want to request you as we move forward that now this has come to an end. As the President said this morning, let us now go back to work and move on with other things as we have to build our country. I need to assure the people of Kenya that the country is safe, we are secure, and we are ready to defend our country. We will not bend, we will not retreat, and we are not going to be intimidated by thugs whose interests are to try and hurt our way of life. Our way of life will continue as always, and we are not going to be distracted by such cowardly elements in our society. Terrorism is now a global phenomenon. It is within us, as it were. And now we have all to be prepared, and all of us have to do our part. To be more vigilant, to share information as we have to at all times, and ensure that we are all ready. And for us as government, I want to assure the people of Kenya, we are ready at all times to defend our country. We are ready at all times to ensure that our people are safe and secure, and we will step up what we have been doing so that we even do better what we are meant to do in circumstances such as this. We have achieved a lot, and the execution of this operation is evidence of how well our security forces are prepared to deal with situations such as this. So, my friends, that is it for now. And again, on behalf of government and on behalf of my colleagues from the National Security Council, we have sent our condolences to our people who are involved in this, the lives that we have lost in this situation. Very, very unfortunate. Those of our fellow human beings, fellow citizens, our friends and visitors who are hurt or injured in this particular incident, we are so sorry about that. We stand with them. We will continue to pray for them. Lastly, this is a very prayerful nation. We thank God for saving our people. As Abbas has said, the number of people our security forces were able to evacuate from here, the number of lives that we managed to save during this operation is testament to, one, the fact that God truly loves our nation, and secondly, the commitment and preparation of our people. I thank our colleagues from the police department, the commandant of GSU, Mr. Kanja, and his team who led this operation, our colleagues, special forces from the KDF. We want to thank you very, very sincerely, and the CDF is here with us on this occasion. We work together. The multi-agents team in the security sector is working. We work together and we approach challenges of this kind together. So from now on, let us get back to work and let us leave our colleagues from the Criminal Investigations Division to carry on with the rest of the work that has got to be done so that we can complete this assignment. Thank you so much. Listen, the President said this morning that our security forces were able to take out all the attackers. How many were there? You will get the information when we do the detailed briefing at another time. For now, this is a security operation and it's going on. when a security operation is going on, as a rule of thumb, you cannot start running sideline comments when it is going on. A security operation is going on. Let us not run, be patient. Let us not run sideline comments about it. We have been able to take out all the attackers who came here, and that is it for now.
Sir,
thank you.
Haven't Al-Shabaab shown that they can strike anywhere in
Yeah, we need to leave.
Thank you. Thank you very much, members of the press.